What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another ranked ladder video utilizing the Bonney strategy. So today we're going to be taking Bonney on the ranked ladder. The question is Bonney able to hold up in OP13 format? So far, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think it has some decent matchups in Ace and Zoro. But even then, they're not like the most stellar of matchups. I think they're probably like 55-45 or 60-40. And then the Emu matchup is really tough. So I'm not sure where Bonney is going to stand in the format. Make sure to comment on the video. Let me know what you think of Bonney. Let me know what you think of the list. This is a list from first place of a big tournament in Japan. So I just straight up copied the list and started playing it. We're obviously on the law in Beppo. On play, rest any character, and then he can stun it, and your leader gains 2,000 till the start of the next turn. So it's really good into the 12 drop white beard blocker. And we're also on the law, which is searchable. Pick up something, play down a 5 drop. You play all these 5 drops that you could play off of it. Only 3 Hody, 3 Shanks, 3 10 drop, no kid. So let's get right into it. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos. And let's get into the first ranked game. So first, we're going to be playing against a red Luffy. We chose to go second. Our hand is decent. We have the carrot, which I believe is probably like one of the best cards in the matchup. I mean, I obviously don't play into Luffy quite a bit, but just given what I know about the red card pool, it's going to be all right. We're just going to play Bonney, pass, hold up a Dawn to tap the Nami, which is a common strat into Rayleigh. So I thought, it could be good here. I'm not exactly sure how they plan on playing Luffy. They're just going to go 8. We're going to attack into the Nami. Grab a Cavendish because we don't have one yet. Just play the Kid and Killer. Nothing terribly good to grab here. Could have grabbed another Cavendish just in case they mole pistol it, but we grabbed the Bonney instead to play alongside of our Cavendish whenever we play it. Now, if to play a rush character here, we could end up tapping it. Or, sorry, playing Carrot instead of Cavendish. And they are going to play that rush Zoro, so we're going to take the 7. Here, I think we just go 5, play the Carrot. Seems decent. Oh, we're going to play Law into Carrot. That makes more sense. Pick up the Kid Killer. And we don't need to hold up a Dawn for anything because we are freezing the Zoro. They're going to go 8. We'll take that, of course. Let's see what they play for 4. Just Luffy. Show 2 events, Pistol and Rad Beam. Play down a 2-drop Luffy, which I'm just not scared of at all. Could go Hody here, but that would be, going down to 1 life. But we would have a blocker in the law. But I think we're just going to go 6. We're going to play Cavendish into Bonney then. And just get aggressive into life. Plus, with the Hody play, even if we remove the 2-drop Luffy, it's still going to be a 6k Luffy, the 4-drop, because they have Dawn under their leader. So we're just going to go curve out into Cavendish, Bonney. They're going to play Dragon, though, which is scary. They're going to go 9. But as long as we can survive this, we can stun the Dragon and hold up a Dawn and go to a 7k leader. But now we have Shanks. We can even remove the Dragon. Yeah, they're going to go 7. They hold up the Rad Beam. We're just going to block 2k. And we do just 10 drop. Freeze the Dragon. Restain the Dawn. We want to freeze that other Zoro and not swing into it because it has an on-KO ability to play something out of hand if we do kill it. So we want to target this Luffy instead. And I think now that we removed both swingers, we can just swing at life. We could have swung a life and just tapped the Luffy, but I think it's just fine because we're not killing them this turn or anything. It's fine just to get rid of it. They're going to pistol the carrot probably. Into a Luffy, but now we get to tap something. They're just going to go 7-7, give up the extra Cavendish and play the Shanks. Swing into the Luffy. And now we don't have the carrot, so we do want to remove this Luffy, so we'll just keep swinging it until they give it to us, and then keep up the blocker. Because once again, I'm not sure exactly what kind of cards they're on, so we're just going to keep up the blocker to be safe. They're going to search into a Zoro. 4-drop. So we know they have that and a Rad Beam. I'm going to go 9 here. We just take it, try to get them to invest all their Dawn, even though once again we have a blocker. And yeah, just GG's from there. Alright, let's get into the next one against a little bit more meta relevancy. We're going to be playing against Ace here. And you can see my bounty's super low. This is right whenever the bounty reset. A couple days ago. They're going to go first. I believe we chose second. Yeah, we definitely choose second in the matchup. And they're going to play Automna. We'll go Bonney. Search out the Law and Beppo to tap down that Whitebeard to combo with the Shanks on the following turn. They'll go 7 and then 1 into the Bonney. Really think about saving it. What am I doing on 4? Not much of anything, so we do end up saving it, giving up the blocker. That could have been wrong for sure, but once again, I'm not really doing anything on 4 anyway, so we'll just go ahead and find an extra 2k and swing into the Automna because their leader ability is active, and then we just play the Tashigi to play around a Red Rock later on. Kill the Bonney. And then Marco. Not sure if they thought that I'd had a Dawn up or if they just didn't want to risk it with the Garp. But we're going to go Cavendish into Kid Killer, hold up a Dawn, not swing once again because first of all their leader is 6 and I want to be able to hold up a Dawn, and second of all because the leader ability was active and don't necessarily need to give them cards right in the second. They're going to play Yamato and put a Dawn under. I guess swinging first so that we don't tap the Yamato. And then Automna into Izo. Taking a 2k Thatch. Back to our turn. Definitely do some funny plays with this Law, but we don't have a 5-drop right now, so we try to search one. Unfortunately, didn't find one. Really low on counters, so we need to grab that 2k. We could do a crazy play where we like swing with the Cavendish, restand, pick up the Cavendish, play back to Cavendish, restand again, but what is that really even doing for us? Because we don't have any bodies to play down besides the Law. So we'll just go 6, restand the 2 Dawn with the Cavendish. 6 into the Marco, they draw 3. And then we play back to Kid Killer, find the Bonney finally. Little late, but what can you do? They're going to go 6. We're going to need to counter out of this, I believe, to try and play around pudding as much as possible. And then Yamato. Just hold up 3, I guess. Or they're going to swing 5, which is fine. Give up the Bonney, I would assume. And then we just, Shanks. Seems like it's the one with the most value right now. We'll go 6. Should have went 2 into the Garp first, but minimal difference. And now we feel decent because we can't get Red Rocked. It's nice. And then we'll get 1 swing next turn. But we have no blocker to protect our Cavendish. If they go 10, drop 8 into the Cavendish. So we will have to give up 2 cards if we want to save it, which we probably want to. And they're just going to go 8 though. Yeah, once again, going to counter out of it. And then they played the 10 drop off the 8 drop event. So they just didn't want us to tap the 8 drop, I guess. Or sorry, the 10 drop. Even though they pretty much could have guaranteed a kill on the Cavendish. We're going to play the Beppo, freeze the tap and freeze the Newgate. And then 6 into the Yamato, restand 2, 6 into the Yamato, and then 8 into the Yamato. Eventually they're going to have to give it to us because we will swing 11 into it. And they'll draw a card here. So they're going to go another 8 into the Cavendish. Probably just have to let it go now. Could save it though, go down to 1 card. I think that's what we end up doing. Pretty questionable play, to be honest. I thought they were going to play another 8 drop event. And I would need the Cavendish so I could play my 10 drop. But regardless, we're probably still playing the 10 drop, holding up Dawn. So we'll try to get as many blockers as we can here. Swing with the law first, just in case we need a Tachigi off a trigger or something. Then give it up whenever we want to play it, whenever we want to swing the Cavendish. Hold up a Dawn to tap that blocker down when it comes back to our turn. They're going to play an 8 drop event. Tax our field. Just super annoying. It's going to buy them another turn for sure. They're going to swing 5 with the Uta. We'll take it. Hit a Hody Jones. So maybe we could actually get there this turn if we go like leader 6, swing with Hody, and then discard 2 for the other one. But I think I end up just swinging into the Whitebeard, discarding 2, saving the Hody because I don't think I'm dead by any means next turn. Unless he just goes for it here. Nah, he couldn't even go for it because I have the Dawn up. Gonna start 12. We tap the blocker, of course. And we do have a blocker in the law. I forgot about that. So we're not dead by any means. And they're just gonna play another blocker. Uta. Red Rock now that the Tashigi is gone. And then 8, we'll take it. And then we just play Hody and win the game. Alright, moving into the next video, we have a game against Luffy. They choose to go first, of course. And our hand is decent. We have Bonney into Cavendish with the Koshiro protection. Unfortunately, this matchup is really tough nowadays with the 8-drop kid and the 9-drop mom. The 9-drop mom has always been really good against Bonney, but the 8-drop kid is really, really good just so you can't Dofi anything or Shanks anything ever. They're going to play Inuyasha, which is a new card that lets him ramp a Dawn. We're just going to go 6. And play out the Koshiro. They'll go leader ability, already go up to 8. Play down the cat. And we're sitting at 6, which is very unfortunate. Not sure why they didn't free block this. I think they let it go, but I guess it's not a huge deal anyway. It's just a 3K. We could have just, obviously blocked there and been fine. They're going to go 8. We'll tap the leader. Go 10 drop. Block that. Get some value out of our blocker before they tap it with an Usohachi or something. Fortunately, still not on 10 Dawn, so we can't freeze anything. We're just going to play Koshiro 6. They do take that block. We could swing into it. But it's just not worth it. Because I'm going to use all my Dawn to play Law into pick up the Koshiro, play the Bonney, draw 2 trash 1, and then play down the Koshiro again. They are going to Law us, which I haven't seen that card in a minute. 10 into the Cavendish. We block, tap the Katakuri, try to save our Cavendish so that we can 10 drop and keep a Dawn up because we know that the Katakuri is going to be standing up. They're going to play Bonclay, which is a gross card in this spot for sure. So we just got to kind of try to bait out a block and try to 10 drop it, the Katakuri. Could also just like tap it with the Beppo, but I'm not going to do that. I want to tap the Luffy. I want to keep the Luffy rested as well. So we try to bait out a block here. They don't fall for it. So we just go 10 drop, restand. They get a free block here, pass turn. They play out another Luffy. They're going to go 10 into Cavendish. We tap the Bonclay because it's going to be a 10k swing. 8 into Bonney. We'll counter that one. Go down to 0 cards in hand, 0 counter in hand. Now we have a pretty decent 10 drop now, especially if they give us the block here. And they do. So we're just going to freeze the board, pass. They do get 2 swings though. Little Giant and 2k. Another third 10 drop. They're going to clear the Law. And we rip a Hody. That's pretty disgusting. So the question is, like, can I survive another turn? No. There's just no way I survive another turn. So the Hody top deck is going to have to get us there. And they don't have another Giant, it looks like. So we just win the game. Huge. Pretty lucky on that one. And like I said, it's a bad matchup anyway. So maybe that's another reason not to play Bonney, because Luffy has become such a bad matchup, and I think Luffy is like decent into Emu, so it could be popular. And we're going to the last game here against another ace player. Don't have any against Emu because I have yet to win against Emu. It's a tough matchup for sure. They're going to go Garp. We're going to go Kid Killer, draw into a Bonney. Another Garp into a new gate. And just 8. Take it. On 4, we can just search with the Bonney. Find the Cavendish for next turn. Swing 6, I guess. So no, we're not going to swing 6. We're going to choose to Kid Killer, not hold up a Dawn. We already have a 10 drop, so I think we end up grabbing the Bonney. We have a couple of 2Ks, so it's alright to not grab the 2K, I guess. But we choose to Kid Killer here because we don't really care about tapping anything. They have double Garp. Plus, we don't really necessarily care about swinging at them and give them 2 cards instead as well. Actually, give them 2 2Ks off that 7, which I think is questionable, but we wanted the 5 drop for the Law, the extra 5 drop. And what to do? We're going to go 7 at 6. They're going to actually 2K that, interestingly enough. Hand is super bricked up, though. Going to go Yamato and just pass. They don't want us to tap anything. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We need to get some cards tapped if we're going to be drawing off of this Bonney, because that's 6 with just playing the Law, 7 with the Bonney itself. So we just need 1 card tapped. In addition to the play. Oh, we end up tapping the Kid Killer as well for no reason. I guess we're just picking a backup anyway. Draw 2, trash 1, restand 2. They're going to block draw. Play down that Kid Killer again. Find a 2K to try and live longer. We are at 4 life, so it's not like we're dead or anything. But we do need to save our board if we have any chance of keeping tempo. They're going to go Garp into the 8-drop event, draw 2 trash 1, put 2 Dawn under Yamato and leader. We could tap the new gate, but I don't think it's worth it. I just want to get away from that other 6, and then we can just Beppo it instead. So we'll restand the Dawn after Beppoing. We have 6, 6, 6, 8 here. Into this Yamato. Blocker for the Cavendish if we need it, because I think Cavendish is going to be pretty important. Could swing another 6, get another card out of hand, but like I said, I think the Cavendish is more important. So if they go another 10 drop, which they do, we want to be able to protect that Cavendish with leader ability and the blocker so that we can 10 drop and like restand a Dawn, I guess, is my thought process. Then they're going to play an Uta. Actually go Shanks here instead of 10 drop. They do have a low hand, so they're probably going to end up giving us, they're definitely going to end up giving us the Yamato. Maybe not though, they have a 12k blocker. But they do end up getting it on the second 6, so that's nice. And they're going to block the 6, so we're just going to punish them with a 12, get another card out of hand. I think you take that one and then block the 11, or the block 1k the 12, or block leader ability the 12, but would have had 2 extra cards in hand, if 3 extra cards in hand, because they had a counter, no, 2 extra cards in hand if they would have done it that way. They're going to start with a leader swing, so we're obviously going to tap the new gate and then play down a blocker. Just going to try and chip away at them and then play 10 drop, I guess. Block. And we do have the kick killer, so like we can always keep a Dawn up if we need to. They're gonna red rock our Shanks and just put Dawn under leader pass. And I think we just Hody because we do have 4 life. Even if we don't get it, we still are fine. And we could end up pivoting into board here if we need to, if they start countering heavy. We'll go 8, 10. They'll use leader ability on the 10. 2k, 1k. Go 6, get a card out of hand. And then decide what to do here. Go 5 into this Uta. They let it go, of course. Go 2 into the Garp. They let it go, of course. And now we can go 14 into the Whitebeard now that they've used leader ability and a bunch of cards, and they just concede on the spot because the game's over once they give up that Whitebeard. But here's the list one more time. Once again, not sure Bonney is too well positioned in the OP13 meta, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. If you found any tips and tricks against Emu, I haven't. I think it's a really tough matchup, and might be the reason I play Zoro in this format, but regardless, GG to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.